So ImpactHK is a homeless charity in Hong Kong, and we have, in our 3 years that we've existed, we have housed over 200 people. We feed people on the streets, we provide food, shelter, employment opportunities. Most of all, I guess the most important thing for us is friendship. So you can see by I'm repping our ImpactHK merch. So we believe that this is super important, and today we're going out on the streets to give out food and masks and hand sanitizer, other little bits to those who are living on the streets, can't afford certainly masks, and yeah, just showing a little bit of kindness. And the idea for us is that, you know, we're helping in some small way, but also that the individuals that we're meeting on the streets all the time know to come to us, to our centres, to our kind of other longer term, bigger programmes and services. So yeah, we can help people. Yeah, that's kind of what we're up to.
Anyone need more cup person? Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for thanks for doing this on your Saturdays and being and giving back to the community, because like ImpactHK completely relies on volunteers. We have like 3,000 volunteers a year, And all of our kindness walks are led by volunteers and attended by volunteers, so we really, really appreciate it.
So we gave out some bananas, eggs, some packaged biscuits and some masks to a group of around 80 to 100 homeless people. Didn't realise where I used to live, right on the doorstep with so many homeless people, and it was quite a humbling experience. Certainly I'll be spreading the word about what Impact, the charity, it's called Impact, and the impact that they're having. So I'll be telling friends and colleagues to support them in any way they can. Don't want to use the word enjoy, but it's certainly something that I'd look to do again.
So I was handing out masks and hand sanitizer, and I just could not believe how much you managed to give away. There was just so many people in the park. I mean, it was unbelievable. I'd never been in a situation where I'd seen that many people in homeless in Hong Kong. You see ones and twos around places, but it's just mind-blowing. It's just really, really awful, and it's great that there's some way that people can actually help.
I took charge of the cart with the bananas and just preparing them and handing them out to different individuals who came across. Just kind of following in the back of everybody's, the train that we had passing things out. I think the biggest takeaway is a lot of the people who are here are very capable. It's not, I think Charlotte mentioned that it's not a fault of their own, and you don't know the circumstances of what why they're there, and as a result, they're neglected. They have to go and create their own community. They look out for each other. I would say this experience for me here was eye-opening, even though I'm from here. But you don't see it. You never get yourself exposed to it unless you push yourself to see it. And there's a lot of homeless people, I think, here or anywhere, need just community and need a purpose. And they probably have exhausted everything they can think of in their approach to how they can serve the community or how they can be part of the community. And I think this experience, and you think about what's going on in the world globally, everybody going through this deal with COVID, we lose community being away from each other. And as a result, how do we live in that environment to create a community beyond, say, Zoom calls or things online and social media, whatever that's been occupying people's minds. But I think mental health as a result for people around the world who are not in a position of homeless, but in a position of being able to have a lot to be grateful for, those suffers, and how do we help each other with that? That's what we take away from everyday life, but for the people here, what Impact is doing when I learn about it is much more useful taking part than just reading about it, hearing from people. And I think for people to really step out of their comfort zone is really important.
So we were giving out like little sanitary packs with masks and hand wipes and those types of things. And then my husband and I, we had water as well. Yeah, and it's kind of pretty important actually to keep hydrated in this kind of weather. So it was really hot actually, and that just makes you think about how people are experiencing this just during the daytime, not even at night. It does get slightly cooler. Yeah, I think I was surprised at how many people were there. I think I just didn't realise that it was as prevalent as it is. When our leader was telling us about people living on the top of roofs and other locations, I was quite shocked at that as well, because it's really quite invisible here. So I think it's just a recognition that when you're in the UK it's really obvious, and when you're here it's just not, and you can tend to forget about it a little bit. So it's just bringing it home, and it makes me more passionate about doing something like this again. So it was really good.
I was pouring out water, which is obviously weather like this, extremely important to keep everybody hydrated and all that sort of thing. And you can just see people desperately in need of it, in need of a lot of care and attention. What I got out of it was that what these guys are doing is so important, because there's people of all ages, from early 20s, I'd say, possibly teens, up until OAPs and all that sort of thing. They need support. There's a lot of people out there, obviously, as well. You can see the effects of drugs even this time of the day, that they're just half here and not really with it as well. And having the opportunity to find someone, give you the support, and help you try to get off that sort of thing, it's just really important. I think it's a fantastic job that they're doing, and that's what I took away from this, that charities like this are really needed.
Today we're giving out some biscuits, hand sanitizers, some masks to the local community and the homeless in Hong Kong. And it's just really fantastic to see the work that this Impact Hong Kong is doing in Hong Kong. It's like striking to see how many people need their help. I mean, all the problems there, which is slightly hidden, but I think it's great that LFC Supporters Club can support their works as well, and look forward to working together more.
I was handing out water, so I was carrying the cups around and following people with the water bottles and handing those out. I think it's something you kind of take for granted, having your own easy access water at home. I think the biggest feeling there was sort of a sense of disheartenment, I guess. You know, you start off and you have like what you think is going to take a couple of hours to hand out, and then you go into the park and realise, no, this isn't going to last that long. And you know, the fact that we were done after an hour was a little bit sort of disappointing, I guess, that there is that need for it.
Yeah, we had a good walk, didn't we? It's kind of, we went to one of our trickier walks in so much as, you know, there's a lot of drug use in that park, and there's a lot of, you know, people who are in a lot of pain and having a really, really tough time. Like, it's certainly not one of our family-friendly walks. I think, you know, you guys were great and just got stuck in, which is lovely. Sometimes people are a bit shy. So yeah, hopefully, you know, you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, me and Candice. And we really, really value, you know, our volunteers. So it's like important for us. People donate their time. So yeah, thanks for joining us.